Welcome back, you guys. Have you guys noticed that I do this almost every intro? Welcome back, you guys. I cannot come up with something else. I've tried. I would call you guys by my fan name if I had a fan name, but I don't. I also don't consider you guys fans. What are you? I don't know. I don't know how to. Do you guys have any advice? I am very open to suggestions. This episode I want to make kind of entirely about you guys. That being said, let me give you a little bit of a life update on me. It's not much of an update. I think I already mentioned this. It's just reiterating it, I guess. So I hired my own life coach again because maybe because I'm like extremely codependent. I don't know. But I'm kind of sort of considering it that I'm back in school because my coach is coaching me. So I'm considering it that I'm back in school because I'm just trying to get a discount every time I can potentially qualify for a student discount. Anyways, I am yet again trying to really niche down on my niche. I know. We're not going to talk about it. But this time, it's going to be for good until I, niche down even further. I think I've realized through this program that truly it's something that grows with you. And I don't see it as actually a weakness that I keep changing. I see it as I'm realizing over and over what it is that I really, really want and who I really want to work with. And that's not a problem because, you learn in every aspect of life. The more that you experience, the more you're going to realize the things that you truly like and the things you truly don't, and your taste buds change, and that's totally fine. That's totally normal. So I am seeing it as not such a negative thing anymore, but actually as a positive thing, and it's going to help me be a better coach in the niches that I so desire to work with, right? So anyway, I want to ask you guys in the comments below, please let me know, what are some character traits or identities, labels that you give to yourself? I want to know, do you consider yourself an author? Maybe not consider yourself. Are you an author? Are you an entertainer? Are you a mother? I want to know, what are things that are labels that you identify by, because I'm genuinely curious who exactly my content attracts. Somebody actually reached out to me from one of my podcasts saying that they found me from a podcast that I did, and I totally did not expect that podcast to reach that type of audience that I did. I'm so glad it did. That was literally my intent. I just am surprised that it worked because I wasn't even running ads or anything. So I'm curious, I guess, who exactly my content is attracting. And I know that the people who watch a lot of my content either know me from XYZ things, or you guys are looking me up and such. And I'm just curious, what are the labels that you give yourself? Because I want to really get to know my audience. So I want to know, tell me about yourself. Tell me as much about yourself as you are comfortable sharing. I'm super interested in seeing this as a whole. What the general common denominator is between all you guys. All that being said, maybe you're kind of stuck in limbo of, I don't know, a label for me. What? Some people have labels if they earn it, like a doctor or a lawyer or, people in high up career type things have labels. Or maybe you have a like solid career or a title like a mother, but that's not really something that you choose to identify as, because this is kind of something that I have struggled with, I'll be completely honest myself, is I have a lot of labels that I can use to identify myself by, but I don't really want to, because I just don't want to be associated with all these things. I want to be associated as me, and who I am has done XYZ things, but I don't want to be like put into this box of being associated. You know what I mean? Part of me does, don't get me wrong, because it's social inclusion, and also I didn't come that far to just not be associated by that, but also I'm like, but why? That's just so shallow of me. I'm so much more than that. I'm so much more multifaceted and so much more. I want to be known as me and not me who is such and such. You know what I mean? Anyway, if you guys, fall into this category, explain that too. I want to hear all of your opinions, because that in and of itself right there is data. Because that if you find yourself falling into that part, that category more so, I hate to put that in a category too, into that belief, let's just say, that could mean that you are independent. That could mean you are more rebellious, maybe more. What's another word? What I want to. You guys explain. Take it over. Also, there may be many of you who don't know, and it's not because you're trying to, avoid it, like in the rebellious term, but you're just like, I never really thought about identifying myself by anything. I'm just doing life, I want you to think about it. You can also, you can totally explain this too. Go for it. Because I want to hear that perspective also. But I also want you to think about it, and think about it in the sense of, what are things that you enjoy? What are things you enjoy? You don't have to be in a club or in a group or whatever to be associated as such thing, but do you consider yourself a baker? Maybe you like baking. Maybe you like writing. Maybe you like photography. You're a photographer. There are so many things that you can enjoy doing. I think basically whatever title that you want to identify yourself by can be whatever hobby you enjoy. It doesn't have to be a career. Unless you want it to be a career, that's totally fine too. But I think a lot of us work careers that we don't really enjoy, and the absolute last thing we want to do is identify ourselves, label ourselves by a 9-to-5 job that we absolutely hate. Right? It's a paycheck. It's not your identity. I get that completely. 100%. Go ahead and check out my social media at Make Waves Coach on almost any social media platform. Also, check out my social media at Mermaid Cassandra on almost any social media platform. I am currently not taking clients at this exact time, is why I have not been promoting that. But you can still check out my social media, and I will get back to you if you are interested in booking a session with me. Also, check out my podcast, Make Waves Mermaid Cassandra, available every place podcasts are found. Go out there and make waves.